It was a Thursday afternoon in the winter of 2021. The Ram family apartment was quiet when it began. Tina Ram had just come home from work. She was the only one working at that time. Samson Ram, her husband, had been unemployed for a few months. He stayed home to take care of their two young daughters while she worked to keep the family afloat. The air in the apartment was heavy that day, not just with the cold, but with frustration. Financial stress had been building. Words had been sharper lately, arguments louder. Around 4 p.m., Tina walked in from her shift. At first, nothing happened, but within an hour, tensions snapped. The argument. They started fighting about dinner. Samson expected dinner to be ready. Tina had not started cooking yet. This small issue exploded into shouting. Both yelled, both swore. Then Tina handed Samson a plate of food. He took it, and without a word, threw the full plate into the garbage. This was not a guess. One of the police officers, Constable Nat, later confirmed the plate of uneaten food was found in the trash. Samson admitted it in court. He didn't deny it. He threw it out on purpose. He wanted to hurt her feelings. Then he walked straight over to Tina, who was sitting on a reclining chair, and confronted her. The first blow. What happened next depends on who you ask. Samson said Tina elbowed him in the groin first. He said she hit him several times in that area. Then, he said, he responded by headbutting the top of her head. He told the court that Tina started wailing and kicking at him. That's when he grabbed her arm and leg and pulled her off the recliner and onto the floor. He said she kept swinging at him. She grabbed at his pants, according to him, to hurt him further. But even he admitted this. He picked her up and slammed her on the floor. Not once, not twice. Several times. He did not try to deny that part. Tina's version, Tina told a similar but more chilling story. Yes, they argued about dinner. Yes, he threw his food in the garbage. But when he came over to her chair, she said she didn't hit him. She said he was already angry. He grabbed her by the neck and pulled her off the chair. Then he grabbed her right leg and right arm, lifted her, and slammed her on the floor. Not once, not twice. 2 or 3 times. She said she tried to grab at his pants only to get up. Not to hurt him, not to fight back. The next day, Tina noticed a bump on her head. But when police arrived that night, she told them she had no injuries. Constable Nat didn't see any visible injuries on Tina, but he did see scratches on Samson's neck. Who started it? This became the center of the legal fight. Samson argued she started the fight. She elbowed him in the groin, so he assumed she consented to a physical fight. He believed that if someone starts a fight, even in a relationship, then whatever comes next is part of that fight. But even Samson admitted that Tina never said she wanted to fight. There was no yes given, just an elbow. And then, violence. What the judge believed Justice Burstein thought carefully. He said this wasn't about who told the better story. It wasn't about whose memory was perfect. What mattered was what happened after Samson got angry. Even though there were small inconsistencies in both stories, the judge focused on this. By Samson's own words, he walked over to her, already angry. He wanted to upset her. He headbutted her. He pulled her off the chair. He slammed her on the floor multiple times. He even told her he enjoyed it afterward. He didn't stop at defending himself. He wanted to hurt her. And even if she elbowed him, even if she was angry, that does not mean she agreed to be beaten. What it looked like, their 2 children were in the apartment. They could have seen it. They could have heard it. Samson said his underwear was torn. He had scratches on his neck. Tina had no visible injuries that night, but said she had a bump the next day. The whole thing lasted only minutes, but in those minutes, a yelling match turned into a violent assault. A father of 2 lifted the mother of his children and slammed her to the floor, again and again and again. Why it matters in court, this wasn't just about bruises or bumps. It was about power, about whether someone in a relationship can say, "She hit me first," and use that to justify hurting their partner. The judge made it clear, that's not how the law works. You can't use your strength to punish someone in your home, even if they elbowed you, even if you were angry, even if you say it was a fight. Tina never consented to be thrown to the ground, and Samson, by his own words, wanted to hurt her.